Well, I'm going to do this in two parts. My main talk today is going to be about a tour of Tropica that I did in 2010. I'm going to hook that up onto the big screen in a few minutes, but before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about the tanks, because that's something that we haven't been doing in a while, and we discussed that we wanted to start doing that again for the benefit of folks who haven't seen the tanks in the past or have questions and just couldn't pin me down. So briefly, the smaller tank over here is an 8890P. The stand I built myself, the Light Tech 4-bolt fixture. It's running an Eheim 2026, and it's got a 25 CO2 cylinder in there running through a CO2 diffuser that's in the tank. The substrate in the front is just aquarium filter stand. Rocks are Dave rocks from Dave's backyard. And there's a pocket of 88 Amazonia in the back. The driftwood is from Aquaforest Aquarium in San Francisco, and we might be doing a group order to that, so if anyone's interested, let Chris know. The plants are just, there's some Anubis petite in there, Physidens, Minipalia, the Bobitis small form, there's Phocustemon yatidinus, and there's Proserpinaca that Kevin had collected. There's a limno in there that I got back from Tropica. Trying to really immerse the idea completely. Yeah. So we'll figure out what that is. And then there's another Rotala in there and a couple of the Lugias and pretty basic stuff there on. Escape itself, the hardscape's been set up for about a year and a half now. I've swapped some plants out between now and then, but in general, the hardscape's the same. So if you were here at the last January's meeting, I believe, I had the same tank. It was February, I don't remember. But you saw the same hardscape, less filled in, different plants in the background. But now I've got a little more color in there. There's some rasboras in there. There's some blue tiger shrimp in there. There's some albino plecos that are now starting to breed as soon as I put that cave in that I got at the last auction. They went in there and started breeding right away. What else?
What's your light schedule on?
It's about 10 hours, I think. I think it kicks in at about 12 or 1, and then goes on to 9 or 10.
Just all 4 bulbs?
All 4 bulbs. Yeah, I used to just have 2 bulbs on there, and then I switched all 4 on. Went through a little algae cycle as the plants and everything adapted to it, and then all the algae went away, and everything's happy again.
What bulbs are those?
They're all Geisman. I think, if I remember correctly, there's at least 2 middays in there. 1 Aquaflora and maybe 1 Aqua Blue, I'm not sure.
For those of us who don't know, do you know if you call the Kelvin on those?
I think 2 of them are 10Ks. One of them is 6500, and one of them, I don't know, maybe a little higher. Maybe 12K, maybe. Yeah. I do dose macros in here and traces. I use Seachem Flourish, Seachem Iron, and I use just the standard chemicals for the macros in here. And I recently started adding some calcium magnesium. Seen a little bit of enhancements. The water out here is really soft, so just adding a little bit of calcium magnesium in there to make up for some of those proteins. The white sand does not remain white. I siphon it out every 3 weeks, all of it, to replace it completely with brand new sand. I like the white look. I like to keep it clean. It's only, as you can see, it's only a thin layer. I just barely cover the bottom. It's not a thick substrate layer so it's literally about 2.5 cups of sand that goes in here. So it's not that much. And a 50-pound bag of white sand costs $10 and lasts me a year.
So this would be classified as like a highlight tank, right?
Yes, yeah. Although I think most tanks nowadays are all in that. The majority of them are in that category. And then, any other questions about that tank?
The little green guy, this is Minipalia, the little...
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yep, that's Minipalia on the rocks up on the right.
Already,
Yeah, that's kind of the real name. Minipalia progresses.